Hey guys, I'm gonna do a video today, and I want to talk about how I read the Bible. And I thought this would be a good video going into the new year. I hope everybody had a great holidays and happy New Year. But at the beginning of each year is a perfect time to get the KJV out and cover to cover it and begin that process, which can easily be done in a year. And so I've talked about this a couple of times in some older videos I made a couple of years ago. And I wrote about this briefly towards the end of my book, In Spirit and Truth, The Seeker's Path to Jesus Christ, that was published in November of 16. But just briefly, this is how I read the Bible. And I think this is a good way to do it, to keep it fresh, to read a different part of the Bible instead of starting at Genesis and going all the way through Revelation. But divide it up. And I do this by dividing it in 4 sections. And the first section is the largest section. It's the law, Genesis through Deuteronomy, and the historical books, Joshua through Esther. So that's one section. Then section 2 is the poetic books. And that begins with the book of Job and ends with Songs of Solomon. And then there's the prophetic books, Isaiah through Malachi. And then the 4th section is the New Testament, Matthew through the book of Revelation. And so I try to read 5 chapters a day, where I'll read 2 chapters in section 1, Genesis through Esther, the law, the historical books, then read 1 chapter each of the poetic books, the prophetic books, and the New Testament. So, for instance, yesterday, January 1st, we start with reading Genesis 1 and 2, Job 1, Isaiah 1, and Matthew 1. And if you do this every day, then by the end of the month, say it's January 31st, you will have gone through the 50 chapters of Genesis, and that would be... You would be on Exodus 11 and 12 would be your January 31st day. You would be on those 2 chapters. And obviously, Job and Isaiah have more than 31 books. You would be on Job 31. You'd be on Isaiah 31. And then in the New Testament, Matthew having 28 books, you would be on Mark 3, January 31st. And if you do this, if you read 5 chapters a day, you can finish the Bible in 8 months. So this gives you plenty of time to read the Bible cover to cover, do it easily within a year, with plenty of grace days should something come up or you don't have time to sit down for 45 minutes, which about on average it takes 45 minutes. So, good luck with this. I hope that some of you will use this as part of your daily Bible reading, again, to freshen things up. And you wouldn't believe how much, the Bible interprets itself. The Bible has interconnections throughout, all pointing to the good news of Jesus Christ. And you'll be amazed what you can see by doing it this way, reading Genesis at the same time as you read Job and Isaiah. And as you go through the winter and spring months and you get deeper into some of these other books, just how many correlations that they have, again, all pointing to the good news of Jesus Christ. So I hope you guys have a great 2019, and I look forward to continuing fellowship. God bless.